What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Rundown with Sam, episode number 2. Woo! Let's get right into it. Copa del Rey final just finished a couple hours ago. Barcelona movie, El Clasico movie, I should say. What went on? What happened?
Um, it was one of those games, like in the final, like last time that they even like clashed, it was like 11 years ago, and
Yep.
Real Madrid actually won. But today's game was a beautiful game, honestly. Like first half, I would say for like Barcelona, clearly. The second half for Real Madrid, and then after that, it was for the better team.
It carried on. This
Um,
is literally one of the finals that I haven't seen in like years. Messi and Ronaldo. I enjoyed this final genuinely. Went extra time, red cards. They got red carded at the very end if you
oh yeah,
didn't
oh
see
yeah,
that
oh yeah.
But
after a fight. And Barcelona 3-2. The
I've seen the whole
treble
thing.
is alive, baby.
Yeah, the like first one in the bag. We got two more, but like this is basically like this is it. This is like where like all the trophies are like either like make it or like break
Exactly.
it. You know what I mean?
I think they're still far
From the treble.
from the treble for
Damn.
sure.
Okay.
It's still pretty early.
Uh,
I mean, they got the Copa del Rey. I think they could secure one more trophy, and most likely it will be La Liga.
Okay.
mm.
I don't see them winning three trophies. It's just
Why?
it needs something different because in this game they almost lost it. If it's not for individual mistakes, it slipped out of their
It
hands.
did.
What, like in 7 minutes
Yeah.
they scored
Yeah.
two
It
goals?
did. You're right.
7 minutes, two goals, and literally individual
Yeah.
mistakes.
But it's Madrid too. You got to remember, like, it's still Real Madrid. A lot
No,
of people are saying,
I
they
get
were
it.
expecting Barca are going to win 4-0, 5-0. It's
No,
a final. It's not going to happen like that. It's a final. It's Real
They
Madrid.
they
The
don't
credit
deserve
is
to
still
win.
there.
They don't deserve to win. I don't think they deserve
no.
to win.
But
Um, like they had the position. They were the better team. Barcelona. Like more shots on target, more passes, everything. Like they dominated the game. I would give them like the second half for Real Madrid.
yeah,
But like
it's not
you,
enough.
you can't score two goals in like what
Yeah.
less than 10 minutes,
Yeah.
and then you be like, oh, like I need to win the whole
The
game,
game. That's true. That's absolutely true.
and especially against like Barcelona because like they've done it in the past with like other teams. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
they were able like to qualify.
Yeah.
But like for Barcelona's like specifically this season,
It's crazy.
like they are animals.
Oh my
Like they
gosh,
are
I
on
love it.
you. Like
I love to see
they
it.
are on you 24/7. Like if they don't have the ball,
They're getting it.
like
Hansi Flick effect.
Yeah,
like this
Hansi's
season
Yeah.
unbelievable,
yeah,
honestly.
Hansi's doing a good job for sure.
Unbelievable.
I think
His first season.
I
Yep.
think yeah, notable thing is getting these young players again out of La Masia,
Yeah.
their academy,
Yep.
and that's what kind of Guardiola used to do, right? When he took over,
Yep.
like
Mhm.
he
Yep.
just gave the trust for these youngsters, and then like a bunch of players like you don't even like know them.
You don't
First
yeah.
time like I'm hearing them, like
Yeah.
Paul Victor and like
Yeah.
Kobarsi. Okay, he's been playing since the start of the season, but then you have Fermin and some other new guys, and they're young guys, and it's just they have like the momentum, and that's very hard to do. It's very hard to really just trust these youngsters and build that hunger inside of
Yeah.
them instead of just because they tried splashing money, right?
They
They
did.
they've been
Yeah.
trying for the
They
past
have.
years, like
They have.
just to bring
It's not
big
their thing.
names.
It's not their
Not
thing.
the
Yeah,
best
Yeah.
option. Not the
to
best
bring
option.
big names,
It's
but I
not for
mean,
Barca.
we all
For
know
Madrid,
what
yes.
happened. Yeah,
But this season, 3 games. Barca, 3 games with Real Madrid,
yeah.
3 wins. 5-2 earlier on in Saudi Arabia. Today, 3-2 in the
Wow.
final. And then in the La Liga, 4-0 at Bernabeu.
Yep.
Now they still face each other the next 2 weeks at Barca's home. That's it for to clinch the La Liga title.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair to say it's not Madrid's
It's
season,
not.
and I would have thought Madrid could get or secure the Copa del Rey, just kind of revenge, for
Yeah,
what they had
exactly.
in the Champions
Exactly.
League because
I agree.
they can't just go trophyless.
Exactly.
Like they have to have like something in the bag.
especially after
But
bringing
that
all these
one,
names.
Yeah.
that one slipped out. I don't think they can do La Liga. I think,
You don't think Madrid can do La Liga?
yeah, I don't think they're gonna do it. I was hoping that they could secure this one,
Yep.
and then La Liga, Barca would take over. But yeah, it's not their season. They need to refigure some stuff. They had a lot of injuries, of course,
Yeah.
since the start of the season. Primarily the defense, which is a crucial part. Playing Asensio and Vasquez. They lost a lot of good defenders due to
Real
injuries.
Madrid. Yeah.
Yeah, but they've got like the one and only kid, the wonder kid, Kylian Mbappe,
They do.
supposedly.
Came in as a sub, scored a free kick.
Yeah,
there you go.
well, sure.
It would've-
like he scored like what 34, 35 goals this season so far.
He has, yeah.
Wow.
For
And-
nothing. All for
and-
nothing.
And for nothing.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So-
fine.
That's fine. It's his
Sure.
silver. It's his
First-
first season.
Yeah.
First
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
But like I always say like when it comes to Barcelona, if they were like
On a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if they were like really Barcelona, like Barcelona, the ones that we used to like see back in the days,
Yep.
like no team can stop
Beat
them.
them.
No team.
I agree. I
And
agree.
we've seen multiple occasions this season through the Champions League, through like the current league, even like Copa del Rey, like they were losing multiple times for certain games, like by 2 goal differences.
Yeah.
And then you were able to see like how they were able to
Yeah.
come back like crazy. Like I'm
We-
talking about like this season, like you can't just say that they were not the better team,
You can't.
whether locally
Yeah.
or like in the Champions League.
And that's why you
Right.
can't say like they're not going to win the treble. Barcelona have been struggling like that since 2015. It's been a whole decade,
Mhm.
10 years. This year, I believe it's destined.
Of absolute
This
pain.
year, it's game over. It's
So you
genuinely it's
think-
game over.
So you think they could pass Inter Milan
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then get who? PSG in the final?
I think they're getting PSG. We'll
Yeah,
talk about
really
Champions
nice.
League draw in a minute. But I personally, to answer your question,
Yeah.
I think the treble is only a matter of time. And
Okay.
today, I had that in my mind. I was thinking about it, and I literally thought the same as you. If Madrid they can't go trophyless, they're gonna knock it off. After today's win,
Yeah.
just my vision with Hansi Flick and with Barcelona,
I
I'm
agree.
convinced.
I
That's
agree.
it. I'm
I
sold.
agree.
Wow.
So it's
I don't think that Barcelona will win the triple. I think they
Okay.
will lose at least one trophy, being the
Okay.
Champions League.
Yeah.
Because I don't really think that today they deserved the game. I think there were many bad refereeing calls, and it was refereeing embarrassment.
I mean,
Especially keeping in mind the last minute when Madrid had the ball, they were close to the box.
that was a foul.
That was not
was
a
a
foul.
foul.
That
He
was
put
not a
his
foul
hand.
all day. That was not a foul all day.
Okay.
So what is he gonna do? What is he
Many
gonna do?
there were many bad refereeing calls, and Barcelona fans always want to talk about Madrid, having the refereeing to their benefit.
It's not only Barcelona.
But
It's like everyone.
this was not the case today, and we saw it. All it took is just 7 minutes for Real Madrid
But-
to climb back up.
Right.
So I think honestly, embarrassing from the referee, and I honestly think no wonder why he came out and spoke about it, right? And Real Madrid didn't want to proceed with the game, and Perez came out and kept talking because the referee was not okay to be for this match in the first place.
But why not?
Because he came out and spoke about it, he got emotional, and I don't think an emotional
Yeah.
referee should
I
take
mean,
on
it's
this
not that
kind of match.
serious.
Because
It's not that
like,
serious.
why?
this is
Why
not
was
only
he
Yeah, he got
this is-
emotional for a reason.
What
though.
happened?
Yeah, exactly.
No, but he got
Exactly.
emotional because he's been bashed for having many bad refereeing calls, especially El Clasico.
No.
And we've seen it today. Today's
No,
the
but
biggest
that's not what he
example.
said.
No.
He got emotional because he
what-
said
No, for his son.
his kid at
exactly.
school,
Sure.
when his kid goes to school,
He
like
was bullied.
his friends bully him and tell
Yep.
him that your dad is a thief.
But
Because
why?
like he robbed
Exactly.
games, and he started crying literally
No,
in mid-conference.
Exactly. And the
Because
question
of his
is,
Not like
because,
not
like,
that's
he was
funny.
feeling
no,
his
sure,
kid.
sure. But like, why did that happen? You know, it's for a reason. So it happened with the Sun, but it was for a reason.
So you refuse to give Barca their flowers
Yeah.
today.
No,
That's basically what you're saying.
I don't. I 100%. And this is not me discrediting what they've done this
Yeah.
season. I think they're doing an amazing job, and I think they will win. They will win the La Liga. I don't think they're gonna choke on La Liga.
You don't. Yeah.
But the Champions League, after what Arsenal did
Yeah.
to Real Madrid, I don't think
Let's
they're.
let's actually talk about the Champions League. Let's roll the Champions League draw. That's basically where we're at right now. Barcelona, Inter Milan semifinals still haven't started yet.
Interesting.
Arsenal, PSG, and talking, getting back to it, Madrid and Arsenal. I personally, I speak about myself, did not expect Madrid would lose, but
Right.
Madrid lost home and away.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Home and away for the first time, I think, ever. From who? From Arsenal. Are you kidding me?
No,
For-
they didn't
mean-
lose. They didn't lose. They got smashed. They
Yeah.
got smashed.
Low key.
Absolutely
Low key.
Smashed and humiliated.
Yeah.
In their own tournament, supposedly.
Yeah.
By Arsenal. By the one and only.
By Arsenal, I mean Butlers.
Like
you
the
know?
one time that I actually bet on Real Madrid because like it's their competition, like
Exactly.
every season everyone bets like against them and then
Yep.
they end up losing and then this one time that you bet on Madrid,
They
lose.
fluke.
They lose badly.
I think no one expected Madrid to
I agree.
get knocked out.
I agree.
But
Right.
Again, it's just one of these seasons, especially with Ancelotti. But no one saw them getting knocked out of, especially
Agreed.
from Arsenal. But
Agreed.
Arsenal, honestly, you gotta give them props
They
just
deserve
for
it.
this
Yep.
game
100%.
because they were the better team home and away, I think. Um, Arsenal PSG, that's an interesting one. Barca and Inter, same thing. I mean, Bayern was really a good contender.
Yeah.
We would have seen them in the semifinal at least, but also again, they didn't make it. But that's the beauty of this tournament.
Yep.
It just spices everything up. It gives options for everyone.
For everyone.
You know, but the biggest surprise, I would say Madrid for sure.
Okay.
I would say-
We expected them at least to get to the semifinal, at least, especially with what we saw with Atletico's game.
And not to cut you off,
And with
last
the names
time
that they
you
have.
said, you literally said
Uh-huh.
they're gonna
Uh-huh.
go on to the
Yeah.
final and they're gonna go win it.
Got him.
You literally said that, and you told
Uh-huh.
him, "Oh,
and
Uh-huh.
but you can't just say that I was the only one who predicted that. All of you guys.
no, you predicted
You
them to go all the way
predicted
to
to
the
win.
final and
Win
win
it.
it." When nobody said that, we said we're gonna reach semis or finals.
But let's be no. But you still believe that Madrid was going to reach the
I
final.
mean,
Yes.
You-
I did.
Yeah, sure. No,
Yeah.
you didn't expect Madrid to win the Champions League.
Sure.
Right.
Why?
but,
Because Barcelona was on the other
sure,
side.
exactly,
That's why.
exactly. But
That's right, I like that.
Which,
Yeah,
which,
yeah.
which proved my point that nobody expected Real Madrid to not reach the semifinals, not even semifinals. But
yeah,
I think that Arsenal has just surprised everybody,
okay.
especially with the first game, the home game, winning 3-0. Rice, absolute masterclass. I think
Yeah.
the club is up there, and we've seen it locally and in the Champions League and on a European level.
Yeah.
And I think Arsenal will win it. And
the champions.
will win the Champions
Oh
League,
my
which
God.
is
What?
Oh my
bold
God.
prediction.
which is and,
Oh
and,
my
and the
God.
thing is
Here we go.
What?
it's
Here we
you
go.
can't compare that to the Premier League, the half-choked Premier League. But this is one game.
It is. You're right. That's
It's-
true.
It's not. It's not.
That's true.
It's not rally up points and then win
But-
the league. So
really.
with PSG and seeing what PSG did against Aston Villa almost won it. Aston Villa almost made that comeback. So I don't think PSG will win against Arsenal. And I think the first game is at the Emirates, if I'm not
It
mistaken.
is. It is.
Is that it says it's at the Emirates. I
It is.
think Arsenal will do the same thing that they did to Real Madrid. They will win by a good score.
Yeah.
Then by aggregate, they're gonna qualify to the final.
Okay, and who you're taking from the other side?
Oh, Barcelona all day. Like this is coming from Real Madrid. Barcelona all day. Even before the game, even before Inter Milan versus AC Milan's game, I already told you that Barca's going to wipe the floor with Inter Milan. And AC Milan versus Inter Milan just proved that. 3-0 from AC Milan, which is doing horribly this season. So Inter Milan has no chance against Barcelona. And knowing Barcelona, I don't think they're only going to win. I think they're going to
Batter them.
embarrass them.
Yeah.
So you're saying,
like that.
I mean, okay, but this is, as you just mentioned, it's a different competition.
Mhm.
So you can't judge based on their performance in the semifinal of the
Agreed.
Coppa Italia. That's one. Two, you're saying, okay, Arsenal in the final, Barcelona in the final. So you're saying
An 06
Arsenal
rematch.
is going to win.
Over
Yeah.
Barca.
Yeah.
2006.
Oh,
Well, the final, I always say it's 50-50%. For me, regardless.
Of
Even if it's
course.
the final is
Of
always a
course.
50-50%.
I mean,
But-
it's a one game, 90 minutes.
Exactly.
That's it.
Sure, no, but
You just
this-
shoot your shot.
It's,
And
this,
it's
this is not like
But experience plays a role.
Liverpool versus Spurs, or like Real Madrid versus Dortmund. Arsenal is up there. Arsenal didn't just get to the final by, you know,
You know what's funny is that if you spoke the same thing last time we did a podcast, it's so funny. I mean, last time you had Madrid over Arsenal all day, every day. Now you're taking Arsenal all the way. But it's good how things change.
Amen.
My pick is clear. Barcelona Inter, I think it's going to be a very tough game for Barca. You know, Inter is going to be up there. They're going to give them a hard time. But as I said, it's destined. Barcelona, that's it. It's there. It's just a matter of time. I think Barca will win. They will go on to the final. My pick for PSG and Arsenal, as he said, Arsenal has done great, phenomenal against Madrid. But I also do think you have to give PSG their flowers. With Luis Enrique, they've been phenomenal. They've been great. It's going to be a really nice match. It's going to be genuinely a nice match. But I'm taking PSG on this. So the final, I'm taking Barca PSG, and Barca wins it because of a revenge of last year.
For me,
Okay.
I don't know if you guys like. I'm gonna say like check the tapes.
You know?
But for like Arsenal, like well deserved, honestly. Like
Yeah.
what they did against like Madrid was absolutely crazy. Reaching this point, like they're not playing for anything but this tournament.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
they're not gonna win the Premier League.
I
They
agree.
don't have anything else to compete.
That's it. They don't have anything.
This is their chance. Like
Yeah.
this came out of the blue, so that's their story. So
Can
far.
they make it though? Can they go away? That's what I'm saying.
I think they can because they won against Madrid and like they won like very well deserved.
Well, Madrid
You know
is
what I
doing
mean?
shit this season though. Just keep that in mind. You know?
Even though like the way that they played like 3-0 at home and then at the Bernabeu they won 2-1 and they completely dominated both games.
Yeah.
Have an aggregate of 5-1.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you got PSG, which I said last time, it might be like the dark horse of the tournament.
Yeah,
They won against Liverpool,
they did.
right? And then they got to Aston Villa. Now with Aston Villa, he basically won the leg from the first game.
Yeah,
They won
yeah,
comfortably.
That's true.
And when he went to Aston Villa,
They smacked them 2 goals in the first minutes too. So that was
right,
done already.
right.
Yeah.
But like he was playing it differently. Like he just wanted to reach the semifinals.
Yeah.
So even if they conceded those 2
I agree.
goals,
I agree.
it's not gonna affect
Doesn't
them
matter.
anyway.
Yep.
Now them playing together is gonna be very interesting.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a nice game. Honestly, it's gonna be a really
It's gonna be a really
game.
interesting game. Yeah.
But I'm still gonna say, I think PSG is gonna pull it because they actually for the first time since like all these big names,
Yeah.
they actually have a team
They have a team that they can.
and they have
A good
a
coach.
really good
Yeah,
coach,
I agree.
a really good coach.
And a coach that's experienced, that's won it before. I think that's a main
100%.
factor in these small little details.
100%.
Like Arsenal, they haven't been in the final since
Exactly.
2006. It's been 20 years.
That's the point that I wanted
Get
to
me?
say.
Yeah.
So that plays a role.
Like even if they reach the final, Arsenal, you're gonna be playing with
Exactly.
either like Inter or Barca.
And Inter reached a
big
final
games.
just a couple years ago.
And big like these are like big teams.
Yeah,
They've done it before. They've won it multiple times.
exactly.
Compared to Arsenal. Anywho,
Yeah.
for Barcelona, Inter is gonna be a really tough game. It's
It
gonna
will
be rough.
It will be.
A lot of like emotions involved. You got the revenge from like the past couple of years where like they got him out through the knockout stages, as far as like the groups and the points.
Yep. Yeah.
And then it's gonna be very physical.
It will.
You know, like
Inter, yep.
Inter. Like they're very
way they play.
physical. They kill you on the counterattacks, and they're super good at like defensively.
Yeah.
And then you got this guy Inzaghi who's a tactician basically. Like he knows how to like
Play things.
run
That's true.
run a game. So even if he lost like 3-0 to AC Milan, which is
You don't think
honestly
that plays?
surprising,
Yeah, very surprising.
very surprising.
Very surprising.
I think they're gonna like they're not gonna give it easy to
Okay.
Barcelona, but Barcelona at the end of the day is definitely the best team out of all four,
Okay,
and they will reach the final.
nice. I like that. I mean,
I
it's,
call 2006 final.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah,
you're
Barcelona.
taking Arsenal too.
Ooh.
Wow.
Barcelona, Arsenal, and from thereafter we're gonna leave it up in the air.
Come on.
But
I mean, come on. You gotta give
Come on.
you gotta give somebody. You think Arsenal can make it over
Come on.
Barca?
Let's be realistic
I
now.
If Barca
strongly
make it-
think
Yeah.
that Barca is not gonna win 3 trophies.
Damn, dude.
So
Wow.
I see them definitely closer to La Liga. So if they got La Liga, which they're very close, I don't see them winning the treble. We've seen them in the second half today. You could tell in the second half, like they were tired, and this just does not come out of thin air. It's just back to back matches in all competitions. Arsenal is technically out of the Premier League.
Yeah.
They're out of any domestic cups.
Yep, they're out. They're out of everything. Yeah.
So that's their only hope that they can just hang on.
Yeah.
And if they made it to the final, which I think they would, anything is possible. If you reach the final, you can forget everything. Forget stats, forget
everything.
season
agree on that.
performance,
Oh,
forget
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
That one game is your only shot. 90 minutes, you give it all, and everything is possible. So I would go 2006 final. If I were to pick a winner, man, both of them are very motivated, you know. But again, I strongly believe Barca's not gonna do 3 trophies. So
I mean,
we'll see what happens.
one thing is clear here. You
And then I would like to add something after.
you agreed that they're not going to win the treble. You agreed that they're not going to
Yeah.
win the treble. You agreed the Arsenal will reach the final. You agreed the Arsenal will reach the final, and we both agreed that PSG is going to reach the final. So I think,
I think most likely will reach the final.
yeah,
And
it's interesting. I mean,
Barcelona
You know?
will reach the final. As far as like like if Barcelona reach the final, that's it.
yeah, exactly.
They're not gonna
I
lose.
agree too.
They're not gonna lose.
I agree too.
No, no,
They're not gonna
it's-
lose.
Barca.
Whoever team it is, like if it's Arsenal,
Yeah,
I think
I agree.
like,
I
they will
genuinely
win.
agree on
If
that.
it's gonna be PSG too,
Yeah.
like it's gonna be like revenge as well.
Exactly. It's
I
going to
don't
be
think
game over.
Any team,
Yeah.
it's game over. Especially like with the players that we have.
Yeah.
And not only
The
that,
performance. The performance.
100%.
Yeah.
Like the performance, like no one can say anything about the performance.
They haven't lost a single game.
Like it's very well deserved. But on top of all of that,
Yeah.
you've got this coach,
Yeah.
Hansi Flick, who's the coach of Barcelona in his first season, and he's been winning. Like he got 2 trophies so far.
Yeah.
And then there's a
First
stat for
season.
him where like he's been in 7 finals, and he hasn't lost
Single.
any of them. So he's won
So
all
that's
7
that's
finals.
another thing.
All right.
And he has experience in the
he's
Champions
not
League.
gonna- he's not gonna lose a final if he didn't make it to the final.
Sure,
So-
that's true. That's,
That's
true.
true.
Well, so far, let's
Listen,
see.
I mean, who would have thought if you remember Inter Milan,
Yeah.
Barcelona semifinal 2010,
Oof.
Yeah.
Mourinho, Guardiola,
Mm.
and everyone was. I mean, Barcelona last year they won the treble, right? And then this was their second
Yeah,
year,
yeah.
and everyone was like, "Okay, Barcelona's in the final." They're Messi, Fabregas, Iniesta, Xavi,
Yeah. PK, Puyol.
the
yeah,
whole
that's-
9 yards. All these guys, like the Shine era.
Yeah. Yeah. They
So
lost.
and it was a tactic game. Yeah, Mourinho just snatched it out of nowhere, and
Camp Nou.
yeah, so
I just
it's possible. It's possible for Inter Milan.
it is
I mean,
possible.
who would have thought Inter Milan would be in a final a couple years ago?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Like they've been in the final
Champions.
2020. What are you talking about? Against City.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Who
okay.
would have thought that they would make it in a final
Yeah.
in the Champions League. I mean, Inter
Listen,
Milan has been
I'm-
out for,
If you,
for quite some time.
if you look at the past couple of years,
They've been
like,
consistent.
yeah,
They've been
exactly.
consistent.
Inter
They've
Milan
been-
like,
oh,
has
yeah.
been
They've
like
been
the only
consistent,
team
for
from
sure.
the Italian league.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
put
yeah.
it this
They
way.
have.
Has been consistent.
Last
like,
year they
they've
got
been
knocked out
competing.
from round of 16.
They did.
From
But
from Atletico.
I mean,
right?
last year, but if, as he said, if you
Yeah.
look at it in 5 years, he's been consistent.
Sure.
I just think number one is very crucial to remember, guys. The biggest thing we have to remember here is that, as he said, if Barca reach the final, I don't think they're going to lose it.
It's
And
games
second of
or
all,
any team.
I was saying Barca is not that team
Yeah,
that you can bet on the final. That
That's
it's
Madrid.
Like, wait, that's exactly that's
That's
Madrid.
come on, man.
Barca-
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
we saw
I-
today.
that's
We saw today. Yeah, we saw today.
This year,
No,
this
sure,
year,
sure.
finals.
But Barca is not
Well,
that team
today's-
that once
today
they
was the
reach
final.
the
Yeah.
final, it's game over. Especially the
Yeah.
Champions League, and especially
But
what that
You can't say that anymore.
That
Yeah.
they've gone through a 10-year drought, not winning the Champions
that's the
League.
biggest
You can't say
motivator.
that. You can't say
And you
that.
can see the same thing for Arsenal. And Arsenal, it's
Arsenal are
again,
crooks,
again,
man.
no, but
Like-
again, Arsenal. If Arsenal won
Like-
against PSV, then Aston Villa, then Club Brugge, and then reach the final, sure. But Real Madrid won. Arsenal won against Real Madrid, and not just any win by penalties
That's crazy.
or by one goal.
That's crazy.
They thrashed Real Madrid. Nobody expected this. Now they won 3-0 in the Emirates, crazy, and then they won 2-1 at the Santiago Bernabeu. So it was crazy, and the way they played at the Santiago Bernabeu, it wasn't just that they won 2-1. The way they played, their possession, Arteta's masterclass is just crazy, and
Sure.
the way that this team has developed itself
I
throughout
agree.
the years, from going from Arteta out to keep Arteta in for like the next I don't know how many years. I don't think Arsenal is gonna waste that chance, let alone waste their chance with PSG. So I think Arsenal, for me, honestly, they're already in the final. I don't think PSG has a
Damn.
chance.
Damn.
So I think Arsenal
What
in
do,
the
you,
final.
what do you mean? They've won against Liverpool,
Sure.
who
But-
are definitely a better team
let's
than
be honest.
Arsenal.
Let's be honest. It's honestly a shame that Liverpool is
Yeah.
not playing right now.
But like, have you
Arsenal.
seen the game?
No. Because honestly, if we're being honest,
They just
it was
went
Liverpool's
from-
fault. Like
from
it-
zero to
if
zero.
we go back right now to round of 16
Okay.
and play that game again, I really
No,
don't think.
yeah,
I don't
Liverpool.
know.
Liverpool
I don't see
was out.
PSG.
Liverpool
I don't-
was
I
Yeah,
out.
so
don't-
so Liverpool
don't
was
agree.
bad because honestly, I don't think anybody expected Liverpool, PSG over Liverpool,
Especially
I
round
did.
of
no,
16.
but
I
no,
did.
especially seeing what Liverpool was doing in the league.
Correct.
So it's
But like, you can't say that PSG didn't play like a good game against Liverpool.
Yeah, no.
Like even them themselves.
no, but
Liverpool,
I'm saying they won
Liverpool
because
players
Liverpool
said
was bad, not
that
because
we have-
PSG is good.
Liverpool said that we have faced the best team that that we had so far this season. They're the ones who said it because obviously they were knocked out by a really good team. They won and they mastered them at Anfield. So you can't tell me they reached the semifinals like easy. No, it's not easy. And even for them as a team, you know, like what's the history? Like they've never won the Champions League.
yeah.
Like they've
Exactly.
been.
I
mean, neither
they
has
had
Arsenal.
Neymar,
Exactly.
Messi,
Neither-
Mbappe.
Neither
like,
has Arsenal, and plus, I think Arsenal.
Sure.
If Arsenal faces Barcelona in the final, it's gonna be personal. It's gonna be very personal, considering what happened in 2006.
Sure.
Not only that, it was a hard loss. I mean, Arsenal was winning up until
You know
the
what's
70
crazy?
up until the 71st minute. So it was almost in the bag. This time, I think it's gonna be personal. The fans are hungry, so I think it's gonna be honestly one of a final. I think
Let's
it's
see.
gonna be an
Well, let's
amazing
see.
final.
You know who Arsenal knocked out in the 2006, right? And
Semis.
I think Real Madrid.
Yep.
Real Madrid.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you
Yep.
never know.
So if
And
it's
then-
Barcelona,
And then who knocked them out in the finals?
exactly. But like
Barcelona.
you can't be telling me like, oh, like we've been playing like really like the best game ever like for 71 minutes and then you lose the lead
Yeah.
and you lose the game. You can't like
Listen, I mean, this is
like if you need to
Yeah.
play like such big games, you need to be able to go all the way till the end and take it. You've seen like
Yeah.
today,
yeah,
two big teams
extra time.
till the last minute. So you can't be telling me like, oh, like 71 minutes of perfect football and then you lose the game
Yeah.
and then you be like, oh, we didn't deserve it. No.
Listen, it's
But well, like one last thing that I'd like to add. I think like if Barcelona reaches the final, that's it. It's game over for
I
like
agree
any
on
team.
that. I agree on that.
Another thing is that if you can tell me like how many teams have actually won the treble, How many
Yeah.
teams have actually won the treble?
I mean,
3.
yeah.
3. Okay. What would you say like other teams?
What do you mean 3? I know Barca and Bayern. only.
Barcelona,
Okay.
Inter Milan,
Ajax.
Bayern.
Okay.
Oh,
Wait,
Inter
there you go.
Milan.
Ajax won it.
There you go.
Inter Milan- No, Ajax won it. 100%.
Treble? No.
Treble.
No, I don't-
Yeah, no, they
Treble,
have. They
no.
have.
I don't think so.
They have.
They might have. They might have.
Treble.
Yes,
Yeah, they
treble,
might
they
have.
have.
I don't think so. No. I
They
don't
have.
think
They
so.
have. Confident. They have.
But I mean, still
so-
not at the
okay,
same level.
Sure. So they've got the treble. So you got what? 3, 4 teams?
Yeah.
Right?
And United.
You're
Oh, I guys forgot about
You're right.
that.
I mean, yeah.
You're right.
1999.
Oh, you know what? I'm thinking 6 trophies. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. So Ajax,
absolutely right.
United, but a lot of
But
teams.
who's done it more
Bayern,
than once?
Ajax, I don't know.
Exactly. That was
Bayern.
that was that
Bayern.
was
Ajax,
that was,
I don't know.
No.
Bayern did it more than once.
No, that was my next point. No,
Barca.
Sure.
who did it more than once? The treble.
Bayern.
Okay, exactly. And then you got the like all trophies of
Yeah.
the season. You've got only Barcelona
And Bayern.
and Bayern.
Sure. That's it.
And
That's
listen,
it.
and Bayern,
That is it.
one of them was it with who?
Anzi.
There we go.
With who?
Barca's coach right now.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
But,
So
but,
listen,
but here's the
I
thing.
mean,
There you go.
I don't
know?
understand. Like, there's
But you can't tell me
it's
like
really-
all of
it's
this
really-
is like
it's really like I'm not gonna say it's not an accomplishment. It is, but it's really not. I feel like it's
Yeah, you
overhyped.
can't say that.
hold on.
Here I stop you. You can't say
I
that.
feel like you guys are just overhyping it. Like
Winning
Oh,
trophies.
like
Overhyping
no,
what?
no, I'm
Being
saying it's,
consistent,
no,
it's
sure.
different
it's,
ball
an,
game.
it's an accomplishment.
It's
but,
different ball game.
But I mean, you guys just use it in such a way that it's like the never.
it's something to be proud of.
I mean, no. It's something to be proud of. Sure, it's an accomplishment. I'm not saying it's an accomplishment, but I feel like you guys overhype it. I mean, I'd
Because like Real
easily
Madrid
rather
didn't win
I've
it?
never won it.
Okay. Because Real Madrid didn't win it.
have you guys ever won back-to-back Champions League? Not only that,
I don't know.
let alone back-to-back Champions
Everybody
League.
have their perks.
Right.
Everybody has their
So
perks.
If we-
I mean, if you
No,
ask
no,
me,
hold
I'd
on.
rather take that.
Sure. Well,
Or 5 Champions League in the
that's
last
what
10
you got.
years.
Well, that's what you got. You
Yeah.
can't have the other one. No.
I mean,
But like here's the thing. Like let's not go into the Real Madrid phase where they won the 3 back-to-back.
We're talking present now.
about.
I mean,
Talking
no, no,
Yeah,
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 no,
and the, like, refereeing,
no,
the
sure,
offsides,
Let's
all that stuff.
100%.
No, I
let's
mean-
let's definitely not go back because I can go back to 09
No.
Sure.
and remind you of
Sure.
the biggest
Sure.
robbery in the
Once?
history of the game.
Once?
Not only once, 100%.
Okay.
You
Give me another example.
You've
Give me another one.
You've definitely robbed.
Give me another one.
I mean, it's not at the top of my head,
Okay.
but 100%.
Thanks,
You've robbed many, especially El Clásicos.
Okay.
You've robbed. I mean, I'll give you one. I mean, it wasn't on something, but La Liga 2-2. There was the last Clásico that Messi and Ronaldo were in.
Okay.
If you remember that tackle that Suarez did on Varane,
Uh-huh.
you know which one I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, I do.
Like, if you see this
But we
game,
still lost this final though.
no, this wasn't a final.
Oh,
It wasn't
no.
a final. La Liga.
Oh, I thought
But
you were
this is
talking
just
about that.
one of the many examples. One of
Yeah.
the many examples.
But
so,
like,
so you can't.
that's irrelevant.
No, it's
got-
not.
That's true.
Like Real Madrid got plenty and
And plus,
plenty and plenty.
and plus that same game that you're talking about with Bayern, that same game, Madrid also had many bad refereeing calls to their advantage.
As much?
That to their advantage. I mean that goal for Lewandowski, the own goal that Ramos scored, that was actually offside, so it wouldn't have counted.
Okay. What
So-
about the 2 or 3 goals that Ronaldo scored with
Two goals.
with Marcelo?
Two goals.
I think it's
Like,
fair.
We know it.
I think it's fair
everyone
enough
knows it.
to just take Madrid out because they're simply out. But this is why it's interesting. You picked Arsenal.
But you can't tell me that like 6
Yeah.
trophies, like a team wins every single trophy that is out there
No,
to
it's
win.
not normal.
And you're telling me like this is
Something
normal.
unique. No, it's
Yeah,
not
you can't tell me
It's
that.
not normal.
I think it's
I
something.
never said it's
unique.
normal.
It's something unique, and it takes a lot of
Dedication, hard work.
dedication and a lot of time, and
Consistency.
you have to be on some other
Exactly.
level type
Yeah.
mentality.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you can't even like do it consistently and maybe once in your history and maybe
Yeah.
never in your history.
Correct.
So whoever done that or accomplished that, you gotta give them props because it's something really, really unique. And that's why I'm telling you I don't see them doing the triple because seeing the players in the second half today, in my mind I'm thinking it could slip very easily. Not performance wise, it's just you could feel the players are tired, and I don't think they have a full on 11 starters and a good 11 warmers.
Like
you
sub,
know,
yeah.
I think they have a couple good names to sub, but I don't think they have 11. I don't think they have a full squad like freaking City
And
Another one,
Bayern.
by the way. The triple. Another one, City.
Damn.
Oh
Damn.
wow, that's right. Wow,
See,
I forgot
it's
about
becoming more.
that. Yeah, so
I don't know.
Listen,
So back to my point, City had a full-on team.
yeah, they did.
11-11.
Absolutely.
You know, for every position, they had a good substitute.
absolute monsters. Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I don't think it's gonna happen now. I think 2 trophies is still a freaking achievement for Hansi Flick first season. I think Barcelona, they're getting back on track.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of things changed. They changed
Yeah.
their,
A lot
business
of
model, whatever you want to call it, the way they look at things.
Yeah.
And I think it's working for them right now. I
Listen,
really think it is.
this is why I think this is like very important because as I mentioned, you picked Arsenal, we picked PSG. This is why you must comment down below. Let me know which ones do you think is gonna make it to the final. But with that being said, let's take it to the Premier League table.
and speaking of City,
Yeah,
I mean,
third
I
right now on the
think
league.
I think we can all say. I mean, one game is missing, so but I think we can all agree that. I mean, it feels good not seeing them first and winning the.
Yeah,
league.
I agree on
It's
that.
been a
I
minute,
totally
so
agree.
We find
just feels more fun.
finally,
It feels more
It's
fun.
honestly ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah.
Premier League fans want to talk about other leagues being farmer leagues. I mean, City have won it for the last 4 years. So, but I mean, City. I mean, this is. I would say honestly, this is an accurate, you know, overview of the table right now. Just because there's one game missing, right, for Chelsea, Newcastle, and Nottingham Forest.
no, I think the one on the right,
This is brand new.
this
Is
is
this like the most updated?
No,
No.
this is brand new before today.
before today, yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
with today's game, Newcastle, of course, clinched to win.
Yeah.
So Newcastle
Chelsea won too.
Newcastle climbed
Really?
third. Newcastle
Exactly.
climbed
There we
third.
go. There we go.
City fourth.
Newcastle third.
Chelsea
Yeah.
fifth. Nottingham sixth with still
Exactly.
one.
And
But
keep
they
in
can-
mind,
but they
one.
can get
But
back.
if they win that game,
they go third.
They
third.
go- yeah.
They go third.
Right.
So
For me,
I still hold my position that the top four are going to be Liverpool,
Don't say it.
Arsenal,
Yeah.
Nottingham
Don't
Forest, and
say
Chelsea.
it.
no.
Now,
say
honestly,
Don't
it's
say
hot.
Chelsea's gonna finish
and
top
by the way,
four.
and by the way, let's not forget about Aston Villa. Aston Villa is there.
No.
It's the seventh.
They're
No,
seventh.
they're
I think
seventh,
a
and they're
couple
very
point- 2
close.
points maybe.
Very close.
I still think, and
They're
I still on
competing.
my
Yeah,
my stance. City is definitely gonna finish top four. I think actually the top four right now is a
Top
good
five.
a good layout. So Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Nottingham. I think these 4 teams will qualify. Newcastle's gonna fluke somehow.
No, now the fifth qualifies.
Exactly. That's
Oh,
Forgot
it's
about
one
that?
more.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that makes it like a
This
worse
was-
a
That's
little
even
bit.
better.
Yeah.
not really no.
Yeah.
Because like
That makes it worse. I want one of those big teams
Yeah,
to exit.
not
I want
one
them
of
to
them
win
to
the
sure,
Champions League.
sure. But like,
but that
like,
tells you it's getting a lot of competition.
But Nottingham, the consistency, I thought it was gonna be a fluke.
they deserve.
That's it. The league is almost over and they're still top four.
They,
What have they done?
They deserve to be there.
The coach?
but like the fifth position being added to the Champions League, like that was supposed to happen like years ago. Like
Yeah,
one
that's
of the
true.
most competitive
That's true.
leagues
It is.
on
It is.
earth.
Yeah, exactly.
Only 4 of them like could qualify.
Yeah.
But now since the fifth, like obviously like it was implemented this season, it's gonna be like interesting, very interesting.
Yeah.
I think Liverpool 100%, Arsenal 100%. I think Nottingham Forest will qualify as well.
Yeah.
I
gonna be
think
tough.
Chelsea deserves to be in there.
Yeah.
Just because of their like really good start for the
Yeah.
season and even,
Really
like,
good start,
midway.
but not
but
consistent.
they were like in the top 4 like the majority of seasons.
Yeah, they
Like-
were.
like the majority of season
Yeah.
they were there. Me personally,
I don't want to see them in the Champions League. They don't play good football. man.
me personally, I don't want to see City
Yeah.
in there
At all?
At all.
Damn.
Like I don't want to see them there.
Man.
But
You've had enough of
unfortunately,
them.
unfortunately, that's not gonna happen. I think
Yeah.
like they're gonna be the 5th team. Newcastle, up and down, up and
They're
down.
good.
up
They're
and
good
down.
though.
As far as Aston Villa, I don't know. After today's performance, have you guys seen today's performance?
No, I have not watched it.
They lost to Crystal Palace in the FA Cup semifinal,
Flaky. They're flaky.
and they were supposed to qualify to the final to play against City.
Yeah.
Supposedly, on the other hand,
But no,
They
City-
fluked it.
No, but City's not in the final yet.
yeah,
Like-
semifinal.
I mean, yeah, sure, but honestly, like I mean, speaking of that, I think Nottingham Forest 100% has a a big chance
me
of
too.
falling to the final.
I agree.
He's
I
playing
agree.
Nottingham.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't say
Is it home away?
it's fair to just say Crystal Palace with like City already. It's like
But let me tell you one thing: like City doesn't have anything to
They
compete
don't
for,
have.
and they're
Exactly.
gonna kill anybody and
Yeah.
everyone. Right?
They don't
now.
have anything in the
But-
bag,
but I mean-
which is a disappointment.
Especially with
but
Guardiola.
I mean,
like if
compared
they
to
finish
last
the
season?
season, if they finish the
you
season
can't finish trophyless.
with an FA
no,
Cup
they can't.
and
They have to take a
like
break.
top 4, like it wasn't a bad season after all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they only lost like the league. Thank
but
God.
Also Nottingham Forest. I mean, sure, like we just keep thinking of the big teams, but
Nottingham.
No.
you can't think of these teams that have been hungry
Yeah.
for such a long time,
That's
and
true.
especially a
That's
team
true.
like Nottingham Forest
They have a good
has
squad.
nothing.
Yeah.
I
Like,
agree.
like nothing.
And
Well-
God knows when is their next chance to even make it or dream of top 4 or
Yeah,
or
well,
getting.
I
to the
think
semifinals,
I think
final.
honestly that's the thing. Like you have to know how to rebuild your team after this season,
Yeah.
because we've seen it with prior teams.
That's
For
like
example,
City.
Newcastle, like that season that they qualified to the Champions League. After that, they dropped, and then even though right now they're still competing, right? They're still there, but I mean, still, right? Like we haven't really seen a team besides the usual top 4 genuinely stay consistent.
Mhm.
So,
Other than City.
uh,
Other than City and Liverpool.
what do you mean?
No, it's like other than the
No,
top
no.
4.
Oh, other
Yeah,
than the top
yeah,
4.
yeah, it's top 4. I mean, yeah. So, like, and also we've seen it with Leverkusen, Bayer Leverkusen. We've
Yeah,
seen
that's
it. I mean,
Bundesliga. You can't
so
compare
I
that.
think it's very important to rebuild your team after you make such an accomplishment after a long time. So I think this summer Nottingham Forest has to focus on rebuilding their team, right? Buying new players, because I think that many players are going to be tempted to join this team that's competing in the Champions
Yeah,
League.
that's true.
So it's not like you're joining a
That's
team
true.
like, oh,
Sure.
That's true.
But do you want to like to be one of the like top 6?
I mean that's
Consistent?
that's what they should aim for.
Nottingham Forest have won a Champions League before, by
They
the way.
did.
2
100%.
Champions Leagues actually,
100%.
and back to back.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah,
back
it's-
back in the days.
I personally think it's guaranteed. My top 4, and we'll meet after the season, is literally that Liverpool, Arsenal, 100% guaranteed, and then I think City and Nottingham will be the either or will be 3rd or 4th. I think Newcastle and Chelsea are not going to be top 4.
It would be amazing to see.
That's my
It
opinion.
would be amazing to see City out of the top 4 not competing in the
Oh my
Champions
gosh.
League.
But it's hard.
No, so it's and it would be
That would be
it
lovely.
would be so
That win over us in
it,
Villa.
It would be
That would be
so
lovely.
surprising
Yeah.
because going back to the beginning of the season, you think that City is probably going to win it again, but to think that City is not even going to make the top 4, mind blowing. So I think it would be amazing seeing them play in the Europa League, just, having them taste that,
Have you seen
And-
how happy he was?
Yeah,
after
exactly.
the win,
Because
he
knew
like,
that goal was very
every-
important.
Every freaking
Yep.
point is like
Yeah.
crucial at this point.
Yeah. With that being said, I like to go to the La Liga table and speak about it more in depth. Because as you guys said,
Sure.
I mean, we can wrap it up, but we can all agree that Barca has the edge here, and you guys agreed on it. And there's 4 points. Barca and Madrid have like 5 more games, and that's it. The season is over. One of them is against Madrid, and it's in 2 weeks, and it's at Barca's home, and this is literally going to be the breaker. If they continue the same thing, and Barca faces Madrid, and Barca beats Madrid, I think they get crowned that game.
The thing is, even
That's true.
even if
Yeah.
Barca loses, even if Madrid wins, which
Still-
I really think it's going to be a hard
Yeah,
match,
yeah,
especially the Camp Nou,
exactly.
right.
exactly.
Wait, is it still the Camp Nou?
No, not the
Yeah,
Camp
it
Nou.
is.
Yeah.
It is.
No, but
It's the other
no,
stadium.
it's the other stadium. 'Cause
Oh,
they're
yeah.
still rebuilding.
Oh,
but yeah,
I get you, I
at
get
home,
you.
yeah. So
At home,
but
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. Even if Barca loses, which I don't think they're gonna lose against Madrid, but even if they lose,
Yep.
I just don't see Barcelona still wasting that 1 point that they have.
I agree.
Even if it's just by 1 goal, because I think the last 3 games they've been winning by just one goal.
Yeah. I mean, hey,
Right.
at least
It's
as
insane
long
with
as you
the-
get the 3 points.
100%. So I think honestly, Barca, even if they lose the El Clasico, I don't think they're
They're
gonna
gonna
lose the
get
La
it.
Liga.
Okay.
I don't think.
What are your thoughts?
4 points is a good
76,
difference.
72.
Is a good
Yeah.
difference for sure. Now coming into like Barcelona versus like Real Madrid, like
Yeah.
at home, I don't think Real Madrid will win at all. Worst case scenario is gonna
Even
be
after
like a
today.
draw.
Even after
Oh, yeah.
today.
No, forget about
Even
it.
if it's like their last glimpse on it.
I
Remember,
think,
that's Madrid's
I
last
think
hope, or
it's
else
gonna
they're
be.
trophyless.
I think it's gonna worst case scenario is gonna be like a tie.
Tie. Yeah.
But I want
It's tough,
Barcelona to
man.
win.
Yeah. So
And
that's
then,
it.
like
Put them to
that's it,
sleep.
crush them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then after that, he can like
That's it.
have all of these like young players come in for the last, what is it, 3 games, rotate the squad because Barcelona are gonna be in the final.
No, and by the way, by that game, Barca and Madrid, Barca, it's already done. The Champions League's done. They're either in the final or they've exited.
Yes, yes.
That's it.
And one
Yeah.
other thing,
So that's it. You know, it's like
The
this
pressure-
is go time.
the pressure is on
go time.
is on Barcelona more
Yeah,
than
of course,
Madrid.
of
You know what
course.
I mean?
Because they have
So
stuff to play for.
They're competing for all competitions and
Yep.
still winning every single
Yeah.
game against big teams.
Yeah.
Now, if Real Madrid draws or loses any of the games, that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it.
Madrid still has tough games, even leading to Barca. By the
Yep.
way,
Yep.
it's
Who do they
hard.
have?
It's hard. I mean, it's they got, I believe, Villarreal is the
They do have
sixth.
them,
I mean,
yeah.
they're still there.
No, they're solid. They're
Yeah.
solid.
Madrid, it's
Oh,
tough,
good
but I
game.
think what I'm scared of is Madrid. That's their only hope. That's it. Right now, it's
That
either-
was for the Copa del Rey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The La Liga, I think.
They're crushed after today. I think they're crushed.
Barcelona
got it.
secured it.
Man,
And it's funny enough, like right now it's 10 points with Atletico.
it's been a
and
roller coaster.
Last month we were talking about it,
Yeah.
and it was very close, you know. But I think Barcelona did the hard part already, and I think they would win La Liga.
They will win.
Madrid, their last hope, as I said, was the Copa del Rey.
Damn.
Really, that was the just maker
Yeah.
to make up some of the losses that they had in the season,
Okay.
but they fluked it.
So
And I think they're gonna go trophyless.
so yeah, we can all agree that Barca's winning the league officially, and Madrid is going trophyless officially.
Yes.
I would say,
I mean,
I
I
don't-
mean,
like-
this
like-
is
like,
this
there's
is music
there's
to my
no,
ears.
like, I can't say.
I prayed for you
I
these
can't
times.
see. I can't see like they have any chance.
what?
4 points without
prayed
even
for
like
these times.
they're playing.
So, what do you think is more bitter? Barcelona getting knocked
Don't
out
say it.
from
Don't say it.
freaking Inter Milan in the
Don't say it.
semifinal, or getting knocked out in the final
Of the Champions League?
from the Gooners?
Neither. No. Hell no. No.
Which is more bitter for you?
I think the final for sure. For me as a fan, 100% the
So you
final.
would rather them get
I
knocked
ra-
out
yeah.
semifinal.
I rather Barca goes to the final, 100%, getting knocked out of the final, because again, finals are 50-50, and it's
It would,
you know,
it would be honey on my tongue.
yeah, yeah,
Seeing Barca lose in the final.
yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Just like how it was with Liverpool. in
I just don't see it
2019.
happen.
When keep in mind 2019, you were talking about that 6-2, and then one game,
Boom.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
you lost
Don't
the Copa
don't
del Rey
remind us. Don't remind
and the
us.
Champions
Now let's
League
talk present.
and everything. So, I think honestly, I would love to see Barca lose in the final, not in the semifinals against Arsenal, and I think Arsenal winning the Champions League would be just honestly just amazing. Honestly, even though they did knock out Madrid, but I think it would be amazing seeing Arsenal win it for the first time and genuinely
man.
climbing back up
And that's
and setting a standard.
you know
Typical
what's
football,
even
honestly.
Knocking out Madrid, PSG, Barcelona. Come
that will be
like,
yeah,
like you
it's-
better. And
it's
I
well
think
deserved.
and I
Yeah,
think-
like obviously, like they
the-
deserve it.
the season to
For
follow, the season to follow, if Arsenal wins the Champions League this season, the season to follow, their eyes are gonna be on the Premier League. Like even
Premier
though
League is a
even
different
though
story.
even though it's
Guess what?
they've had their eyes on the title for I would say 3 years, but they wasted. But I think after the
Yeah.
Champions League, that's like different. That's like because they're going to believe in themselves. They're gonna be like, hey, like it's different now. We
it's
just won the Champions League, the Champions League.
Listen,
So
but guess what? Like we're talking like a lot of nonsense right now.
yeah.
Like the
It's just
games-
you have
the
to
games
see
aren't
how
even
yeah.
here, and we're saying like Arsenal already won the Champions League. Arsenal will not win the Champions
No,
League.
they won't. I agree. I agree.
If,
They won't.
if it's gonna be against Barcelona, Barcelona's gonna win the Champions League, and they're gonna be the first team ever in history who will win like 3 trebles.
And yeah,
Oh,
and
as
you
a
know,
team.
and you know,
No doubt in my mind that if Barcelona
Reaches.
the final, it is game over.
that's a
It's
great
game over.
point. That's a great point to highlight. Why? Because if we go to the Ballon d'Or contenders, the Ballon d'Or contenders picture, basically it's the motivation here is that Barca still has players. There it is.
Let's.
And number one comes Rafinha.
Well,
What I'm saying is that before anything, what I'm saying is that nobody from PSG, nobody from Arsenal, and nobody from Inter Milan is in that list.
Of course.
So that's also a motivation by itself for the player himself to take Barca to that
I
final.
have 3 players in the top 5.
Yeah?
from
There you go.
Barcelona.
Yamal,
These are the
Are you surprised?
Yeah.
at
Are you
17
surprised?
years old.
He's competing
being
with the big
third.
guys. Yep.
Yamal, dude, this guy, and then by the way,
Does he
today,
deserve it or no?
No, like this 100%. Like,
Yeah.
like this guy, and
deserves it.
what this guy did
Yeah.
today.
Oh, forget
is,
about
is
it.
just it's
Forget about it.
crazy.
Have you seen the pass?
Like the guy and 2 assists, and the second assist is just like forget it.
Yeah, the
And
passes.
Like the guy is 17 years old. He's in high
Exactly.
school.
Exactly.
The guy's in
Remember,
high school and he's competing for the
he's
Ballon d'Or.
17 years
I think
old.
I think
know?
honestly 100% deserves it. 100%. And I think if he's not in the top 5 this season, it's just a joke.
And Lewandowski should be
But
on.
so-
I think that's really accurate. Like that's literally the most accurate list.
No.
But Salah-
I think honestly, it's accurate, but I don't know what Vinny's doing there. And this is
Yeah.
coming from Real
What
Madrid.
the hell?
Vinny, you
This-
don't rank him
I
fifth?
don't know
Absolutely
what
not.
Vinny's
No,
doing.
What are you talking about?
And-
Absolutely.
And this is
No,
coming
I-
from a Real Madrid fan.
So who would
Vinny-
you put? Who would you
Vinny,
put?
Vinny this season, absolutely
Who would you put?
terrible.
Who would you put?
Mbappe.
I mean,
no,
maybe.
even though the thing is,
Nah.
people think that if you don't win a trophy, then you had a bad season. No, that doesn't mean you had a bad season. I think Mbappe still had a good season. Maybe not as expected, and people wanted trophies, sure,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean he had a bad season. So I 100% put him 5th. I mean, Vinny, I don't know what's wrong with him this season, but I think he's
It's just a yapper.
I don't know. I
I
don't know.
like how
But
like,
I think Rafinha
when
He
they didn't
whined
give
is like the guy. Is,
So you think Rafinha is number one?
honestly, yes,
100%.
yes, because I think
Dude, that's
I-
crazy.
I think-
Rafinhim
yeah.
to win it?
No way. No way.
Yeah.
Why are you
It's
surprised?
crazy. It's
Why are
crazy
you
to think that,
surprised?
No, I'm just surprised because it's shocking. Like it's crazy.
How is it shocking?
But he deserves it. Yeah.
He's been consistent.
I
He
agree.
deserves every single
Yeah.
bit of anything to him.
I-
He scored like the most goals,
Yeah.
and in big games
Yes.
he showed up.
100%.
just,
He definitely deserves to be number one.
Yeah.
Now Salah,
Salah
Like, he was
trophies
number
play a
two.
role, yeah.
sad. Honestly,
he
what
deserved
happened
to
is
be
sad.
there.
It's sad what
Salah would have won
after-
it.
But after what happened, honestly, yes, I think he
And
definitely
and
deserved it.
Salah ghosted. Don't forget this. This is very important. Salah ghosted in the final of the English and against PSG.
things went
Both
wrong.
both games where they most needed him, he still ghosted.
I wouldn't say
Yeah.
ghosted. I mean, it
I mean, like he didn't do anything.
Yeah,
Just remember, he's what 30.
That's true.
34 right
That's
now?
true.
33,
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah,
And-
I mean,
He's in his
could-
best shape ever.
Yeah,
He's in his
yeah.
best form
I agree.
ever.
I agree.
Best season ever.
Yeah,
but he's not. Like,
but he's not. Truthfully, he's
What do you
not.
mean?
but
Like,
he-
but like
they
statistically,
got knocked out.
yeah,
I mean,
statistically, he got
he's
knocked out.
doing good in the Prem. He's scoring. He's assisting.
Uh-huh.
That's great. They extended him.
But yeah, they just
He
extended.
deserves top
But
5 for sure. But
This year was really a very solid year for them to kind of try
Everything.
and do something,
Right.
and everyone saw them reaching places
Right,
and winning stuff.
even the
this and
triple, I
that.
mean, it's
And they didn't.
But
Yeah.
if he at least won the Champions League with the
Oh
Prem,
yeah, that would have been
I
a different
think
story.
He would have deserved
Would
it.
have
100%.
Right now, it's only the Prem, so it's fair that he gets the Golden Boot and all the trophies.
But he's
for
still gonna
the-
be top
for
5.
personal
He's still gonna be
things
top
and
5.
everything.
Yeah.
He's still gonna be top
I
5.
personally think Yamal would be the top if he won a second trophy.
Wow.
Remember, he won the Spanish
Oh yeah, he did the Euros.
the Euros.
Okay.
what was this summer?
He's doing fancy stuff.
It was last summer. Yeah,
It was.
He's doing fancy stuff. He's 17 years old.
he'll be the
think
youngest to
he-
ever win the Ballon d'Or, or Messi won it at 18.
No,
he's
no,
Me-
no one.
Messi.
No
Messi
one.
won it at 18. No.
No one ever won it at 17. What are you talking about?
No, I know, but Messi won it like
Oh,
when he
yeah.
was young too.
No, Messi.
No,
Messi won it at
I like 23.
Oh,
20.
I think he even
No,
got it
but,
at 23.
no, by 23.
I think he
three
deserves to
Ballon
be
d'Ors.
there.
Maybe.
Is he gonna win it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So who's your pick if it's not Rafinha then? Who are you ranking first?
I don't see Rafinha.
Realistically,
Okay,
got
can
three
you
guys
give
on
me
the same.
Rafinha's stats. He's what, top assister in La Liga?
he's top assistant in La Liga.
He's not top scorer in La Liga.
He's not. No,
No.
top scorer is
Yeah, but-
Lewandowski.
Sure.
Yeah, but like
He's-
a couple of goals.
He's top scorer in Champions League.
Yeah.
Rafinha is the top scorer in Champions League,
Okay.
and I believe he's the top assister in Champions League too.
Yeah.
He's
I-
literally both.
He has more than 55
Contributions, goal
Yeah,
contributions.
like total, all in all.
This season he's different, but
He's
Just imagine.
realistically, it's his first season, right?
So
No, it's
he's
not.
been high.
damn.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just
Oh
Just
yeah. He's
imagine
never
how
been like
big
this.
of a joke. Just imagine
never
how,
been like
how big of a joke it would have sounded if you said that Rafinha is competing for the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, I
That's
know. I
true.
know.
Just a year ago.
I mean, hey, football comes at you.
No, 100%. So honestly, what this guy has done
Yeah.
Is
game
unbelievable.
changing. Like,
Yeah.
the guy has become like insane. I mean, honestly, I would say honestly, even for next year, like in FIFA, right, in EFC,
Boost.
I would say this guy is. I mean, it's
89, 88.
like 89, 88, which would be
But
crazy.
here's the real question: is he able to keep it? Is he able
That's
to?
the thing.
You know what's
That's the thing.
you know what's the real question? If Barca
Obviously, he has
loses the
potential.
Champions League, but they win La Liga, so who ends up winning it? Like,
That would.
That's what I'm saying.
that would
All
be-
it's if it's not Rafinha, it's probably gonna be Lewandowski or Yamal.
Guess what?
It's
Guess
just gonna
what?
be a numbers
Guess who's
game.
gonna win it?
Who?
In that case, they're gonna put. You're gonna be baffled.
Who?
It's gonna be one of the remaining teams in the Champions League.
No. I mean, I was thinking that, but there's
Lautaro?
No, there's
No,
there's
no, no.
nobody on
Tell me.
Arsenal's team.
No, not Arsenal, dude. Like I don't know why you're
Dembele.
like Dembele. There you
You're
go.
right.
No,
Dembele.
no, what?
Dembele.
No,
You're right.
no.
Dembele. 100%.
I mean, his goal contributions this season, he's been phenomenal too.
He scored more like more than 30
No, no,
total.
no, I don't.
And it's I think it's
Imagine
like the best
Dembele.
season ever.
Honestly,
Imagine this guy.
one thing we can agree on that Ballon d'Or has just lost its value.
Not really. No, not really.
I
Big time. Like
Honestly.
we're talking Dembele and
Sure.
Rafinha, and we've been talking Messi or
But
Ronaldo.
let me tell you why. Because like they deserve to be there, and it could be like maybe
Yes.
one.
And time
It could
changed.
be like maybe this once in their lifetime, just
Yeah,
like Modric,
exactly.
or like
I agree.
Rodri.
I
You know what I
agree.
mean? They deserve to be there. Then
That's
yes,
how you know
100%.
Exactly. No.
On the other hand,
This guy
Like
is gonna-
you've got Messi and Ronaldo. Obviously, no one is close to any of them. So yes, they deserve to be there. No one is at their level.
So
let's
to,
also
to
like
cut it short, who's your pick for the Ballon d'Or winner this year? Like final
honestly,
answer.
it's a tough one. The thing is, I would really love to see Yamal win it, but if I'm being honest,
Realistic, yeah.
knowing Ballon d'Or,
They won't give it to him.
knowing
yeah.
the credibility
It's
of
politics,
of the
dude.
Ballon d'Or,
It's politics.
I don't think they would give it to Yamal,
Politics.
even though he deserves it. So
They should give
if
it.
You're asking me
if it's
you
politics,
if
then
you
I think
ask me-
it should be
if you
Yamal.
ask me
Yeah.
who I think deserves it, I would say Yamal. But if you ask me who do I think is gonna win it,
Yeah.
if Barca wins the Champions League, I'm gonna say the Rafinha, just because of how
My
the Ballon d'Or is.
my pick is gonna be either Rafinha or Lewandowski. That's my just genuine pick for who's gonna win it. I think the top 5 is gonna be exactly like that. Like it's gonna be Rafinha, Yamal, Lewandowski, Salah, and then maybe like Mbappe or Vinny. But my pick is either Rafinha and Lewandowski. I would like to know your pick of who's gonna win.
I think like for like goals and contributions, assists, everything, showing up in big games, scoring great goals. I think Rafinha definitely deserves where he is for the goals,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But for like Lamine Yamal, what he did was, or,
Yeah,
or like
what he's doing is not
he's
normal.
doing is crazy.
It's not
dude.
normal.
He's 17
Yeah.
years old, and he won the Euro. He's
Copa
he-
España, Copa del Rey.
he's playing with elite players at a very high level, and this is his second season, and now he's competing for everything. I think if not Rafinha,
Yamal.
Lamine Yamal definitely deserves it. At 17, that's crazy.
And what's your pick?
I'm gonna say Yamal makes the most sense from all of these players. Yamal makes the most sense. Is he really gonna win it again? It's the Ballon d'Or's, credibility.
Yeah, it has a lot of
The-
things that come.
They're probably gonna measure it. Oh, he's still young. He has a couple years. To really want to promote this guy, the first guy to win it at 17 or not. There's a lot of ins and outs for it. I mean, we've seen it with like in COVID and
There
when,
is.
when Lewandowski.
Vinny also right now.
Lewandowski did not
Yep,
win it.
Yep.
The last one, like they gave it to
Yeah.
Rodri. So I don't know. For me, it's not the same anymore. I totally agree on that. It was a different prize. It was everyone's dream,
Yeah.
like 10 years
Exactly.
ago, maybe. I don't think it's still the case anymore. But yeah, I would say Yamal, especially if he does some crazy stuff still in the final.
Yep. I agree.
I think
agree.
I think he's the most close to it.
Honestly, that wraps it up, man. Thank you all for tuning in. Exciting times. I'm excited for this to end. I want to see how this will end.
We shall
But-
see.
I still think they're
Whose
not going to do the
predictions?
triple. But
let's see. Predictions, comment down
Haters-
below.
Haters gonna hate, brother.
Let me know. And thank you all for
Alright.
tuning in once again. Thank you all for joining. And
Yeah.
we out.